This is what happened when Woody, Luke and Fence, 3 useless golfers, took part in an amateur golf tournament. Welcome to the Road to the Belfry series, episode 2. Enjoy.
Just to recap quickly before we jump into the back 9, after 9 holes, Woody is on 10 points, I am on 14 points, and Fence is leading our group with 16 points. This sees us sitting around the middle of the pack, with our goal being to finish in the top 6 to qualify for the final at the Belfry later this year. We need to start scoring some real points. Let's see how the back 9 of day 1 unfolds. So here we go with the back 9. Woody's start us off on hole 10. It's a par 4 this one, and it cambers to the right quite badly, as you can see from the camera angle.
Might be right behind the tree.
Unfortunately for Woody, we never found that tee shot again. Fence's turn though. He plays this perfectly out to the left and lets his slice work back to the right. My turn, trying to do the same thing as Fence, and just never really got that fade too much. It landed up at the top of the hill there, and it does trundle down a little bit. Woody's had to take a drop then, so he's hitting his 3rd shot from the fairway, just at the start of it, and he's hit that up to the left side of the fairway there, so good line into the green. I'm having to punch out from behind this massive tree, 140 yards left. I've just caught that fat with the 7-iron. Fence in A1 position, 95 yards, he's hitting his P wedge. He just misses the green there on the right side, and you can see it's a bit of a raised green from that side, so it's not a good miss. Woody's having chipping troubles, but it could have been worse. I've ended up short after my punch shot, so just hitting this 56 wedge up towards the pin. That one's gone really well. Woody now on his 5th shot, chipping towards the pin from the other side of the green, and he's just caught that one way too heavy. So Fence lost his ball, dropped one, and this is his 4th shot onto the green. He didn't record it, so we've just got this little clip of it coming across, nearly hitting me. Me for par then, and I've just overcooked that slightly. Woody chipping for 6.
Get in, mate. Get in.
And what a chip it was. He saves the double there. Me putting to save the bogey now. And I've managed it. That's another 2 points on the card for me. Fence trying to save his bogey. And it's not a bad roll at all.
What a chip in.
And leaves him an easy clean up for a double. And it's another point.
Here for the content. The round, how's it going, mate?
Playing alright, just need to no blow ups and I'll be alright.
Yeah, I think you started steady.
Steady away.
Started steady. Fence? Yeah, same, playing quite well. I think I was tied 5th after the 8th. I haven't really checked that since. But I think I've had 2 1-pointers since then. But
I have
playing okay.
A monster putt for a score and also a chip in, which
the chip in was saucy, wasn't
you'll
it?
have seen by now.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you loved.
I think we're all sort of simmering, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're in the running.
Comment about how much you love that. Please subscribe and.
You'd be fast becoming Mr. Chipping though.
Mr. Chipping. With no chipper.
With no chipper.
Hole 11 then. This is down as I think one of the hardest holes on the course.
Yeah, fine. We're round enough.
We've got water just to the left there off the tee, and Woody's missed that nicely. Fence's turn. He hits a really good tee shot. This will carry all the water and I'll give him a look around the corner towards the green. Although he will have a long look from there. The ideal shot really would be to hit a draw around the corner if you can, which is what I'm going to try and do. To disastrous effect. I hit that straight off the toe and it goes straight into the rubbish at the right, never to be found again. And then I hit a much better one. Up near fence. No real draw to the shot unfortunately, but it's a very safe tee shot. Woody trying to progress himself up the fairway and he just doesn't get a clean hit there. And it's left him in a very precarious situation here.
I could end up in water here.
We've all got our fingers crossed that he does.
Changing my club, I could end up in this water.
He doesn't fancy it in the end and switches to a P-wedge. It's a good decision. He gets a good shot on that and progresses himself down the fairway a bit more. Fence back with his potato cam angles. Got a nice view of the bogey here. Not so much of his golf shot. Unfortunately, this one goes way right into the long stuff. And I do think he struggles to find that one. I'm hitting my 4th shot after 3 off the tee, and I catch this 2-iron really well. He gets all the way to the green, but it just misses on the left side and rolls down that slope. So leave me a tricky chip there. Woody now looking at the green. But I think the antics on this hole previously have got into his head, and he's missed the ball there. Take 2.
So close to picking this ball up.
Yeah, when your head goes, your head goes. 3rd time's a charm though, he catches it nice this time. But sod's law, it's too much. And you can see what he thinks of that one. Back to potato cam. And fence is just punching out from the long stuff. I've got a 60 wedge from the side of the green. And I don't think that's too bad. It's rolled a little bit past where I would have liked it. Fence can now chip onto the green. But he's caught this one way too well. And it's straight off the back. Can Woody recreate some magic here? We'll never know. So Fence losing his head now. He picks up the ball for no points.
Blob dingo. Blob. Blob, 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 blob.
Can't really blame him there, it was a tough hole. Me trying to save a double. Not possible. Woody trying to save an 8. It is possible. It's no points, but it's some pride. And I join in with a triple bogey. So we all blob on that one. We know we need to start scoring some points now, but this hole is not going to give them easily to us. It's another par 4 with a dog leg bend to the left, and it's all uphill once you get to the bend. Fence has hit a good tee shot there. Woody's joined him.
Thing is, mate, if you look at this hole as getting to green in 3.
Yeah.
Just 3.
Me trying to convince Woody to just take a bogey on this one. It would be a good score. I've hit a good tee shot, but terrible line. And I've ended up back on the 7th tee box, I think it is. So this was the wrong club to hit. 2-iron. I catch it well. Nowhere near enough loft to get me over that lip. And it catches the ground and trundles up the fairway. So Woody's got 212 after a decent tee shot. All uphill. So he's definitely not getting there in 1. So he's hit a good hybrid up the fairway. Fence probably looking to do the same from 190. A little too much slice on that one though. It's not troublesome though. I've got 158 after that dodgy 2-iron. I'm hitting a 6-iron. Thinking this would be the right club up the hill. I've caught that really well though, and it's flown the green. Woody's got 151. Going to his go-to hybrid. I don't think he bothers putting this club away, to be honest. But that's a good shot for him. Not sure what the message is there. Fence with 88. And he just pulls this pitching wedge over to the left-hand side of the green. It's a funny miss for him, that. You don't usually see him do that.
You've done opposite there.
So Woody chipping on with his 9-iron. And that one goes well. I've ended up in this long stuff though. And despite my best efforts to just try and tease that out of there, it's not gone well. And then I've thinned the second shot, annoyingly, straight to the back of the green to give me a really long putt. So Fence missed on the left side and he's chipping on with his 50 wedge. And that's a nice touch. Woody for a bogey. He's so unlucky. He's played this hole well. But again, unable to make a decent putt, but comes away with 2 points. Fence has done sort of the same thing. Couldn't tidy up the putt at the first time of asking, but comes off with a point. Not bad at all. I've made a total mess of this hole in the end. And I'm having to tidy up for 7. And that means back-to-back blobs. 0 points yet again. It's not an inspiring start to the back 9 by any means, and we are just starting to slip down the leaderboard a little. We have 6 holes to play though, so there's plenty of points still on offer. Hole 13 then is the hole with the longest drive challenge on it. It's a par 4, 372 yards, and it's downhill pretty much, so if you can get a runner, you never know. Woody puts one in the fairway. And unfortunately Fence brought his sand wedge driver, and that goes straight up in the air. Neither of those two are going to be near the long drive. And nor am I with that one. Thin for the win though. It gets itself down the fairway, but as you heard me say there, it's right behind a tree. Woody's got 186 down to the pin then. And like I say, it's downhill, so the ball will run a bit further if you get it on a good line. Woody's nearly killed Fence there. Fence with 172. And again, he's hit a similar shot to Woody and it's gone right. And it does get a bit hairy on the right-hand side. So he'll be hitting out some rubbish. I've just got an awful line with this tree. Tries to get clever with the 7-iron and punch it underneath, and it's just not worked out. Unfortunately. So this has left me with 105 to the pin. Hitting a 50 wedge. This should be the club. It's gone about 10-15 yards further than I would have expected it to though, and totally flown the green. So Fence with an awkward lie. And this isn't a bad shot at all. Here's another angle. Gets himself on the putting surface, which is all you can ask from a shot like that. So I'm chipping off the back of the green. And that's bounced left on me a little bit, but again, it's given me a look. A look for a bogey. Which I finally dropped a putt. Saved 2 points there, so that's good going. Trying to get the energy up. Woody for his par. Unfortunately, he catches the ground with the putter. So Fence's turn. And neither of them have got it to the hole, sadly. So Woody trying to clear up for bogey. And the putter's killing him today, it really is. Too many 3 putts. Comes off with a point. And Fence has done exactly the same thing. And come off with a point as well.
Look how far that guy's drove this.
It was a cracking drive to win the long drive contest.
So that pin there, one longest drive. And the green is there.
On to hole 14 then. This isn't the longest par 4, 340 yards, but it is a little bit awkward. It cambers down to the left and then bends round to the right. So Fence has hit a decent tee shot and he'll give himself a look at the green. I thought I'd overhooked this off the tee, but it actually works out fine.
Which way here am I going? Straight over.
The line is straight over the hill in front of you though, which we told Woody, and he takes a good line.
Yeah, you're probably at best line. Yeah, nice. Nice.
He's just got caught up a bit in some rough though, so it's difficult second shot. But he's progressed the ball over the hill and it'll give himself a chip onto the green. Fence from 152 with a 7-iron in his hand. And that looks great from where he was. I think it just comes up a little short though. I'm a bit in front of him, 130 to the pin, so I'm hitting 8-iron here. And this looks all over it. It bounces on the green and then disappears, so I was thinking, you never know, that could be in the hole. Woody with the 9-iron, just trying to get himself on the putting surface, which he's done. And as he would say, he's on the dance floor, but he's not near the DJ there. My shot unfortunately flew the green, which is uncommon for me, but I've done it a few times today. And this 60 wedge looked good when it landed, nearly hit the pin, and then rolled a bloody mile past it. So unfortunate that. Fence with a long putt for birdie. And you can see what he thinks of that one. He's just not hit it at all. Giving himself a really difficult now second putt. Which he gave, I think, all of 2 milliseconds thought before he hit it. And then taps in for his bogey and another 2 points. Woody with a very tough putt for par. And again, he's not hit this one either. The green's starting to sort of throw us slow balls here. He's underhit his second putt. And unfortunately, it's another 3 putt for Woody. The putter definitely killing him today. Me trying to save a par. And yeah, I don't know if you can hear me saying there, but I did. I smashed that ball and it got nowhere near the pin. But I clean up for bogey in 2 points, so not a terrible hole for me. So on to hole 15. This is a very gettable par 4. It's only 266 yards.
Is it the flag we can see?
And to be honest, there's not much in the way of hazards. Keep your tee shots in play, give yourself a reasonable approach onto the green, see if we can score some points. Fence has just about done that, ending up on the right hand side, and Woody's hit almost a carbon copy of it, and he's just a little short of Fence. I'm feeling brave though. I'm going to get this as close to the green as I possibly can. And hit a massive hook.
I have no idea what's over there was.
It's not trees, is it?
So Woody's got 120 in. Pulls this left slightly, unfortunately. Was hoping that it would bounce down onto the green, but I think he just carries the hill, so it ends up on a flat part.
Because he's in shot, I'll comment over Fence. This is a shot, this is his second, about 100 yards. It's aerial, a lot of loft. Put them at the green. Oh, he's crept onto the green, it's a lovely shot, he's on in reg.
Expertly commentated by Woody. Me with the 80 yards, I did find it on the top of the hill. I don't hit a good shot though, unfortunately. Just sort of fat this wedge and it comes up short. You can see Woody missed on the left side and he's trying to bump this 9-iron up the hill. It just gets caught. So I'm left with a 60 wedge.
That's awful. Nice, mate. It's worked out.
And that's the luckiest shot I've hit all day. I don't deserve that one. Oh, Woody. He just can't get that 9-iron going again.
Yes.
Fence for a birdie.
Simmer, simmer.
After leaving that last one short, he's absolutely smoked this one. So he's lifted himself a tough par. I've not hit mine this time. And clean up for another bogey. Only the 1 point this time.
Done a fence. I've actually done a fence.
What you're seeing there is a grown man
I can't
dabbing.
believe it. I've done a fence.
In what way?
I've done this, look.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mate. That's made my day.
I can't believe it.
In front of mine?
Yeah. Is yours still filming? Go do it for fence. Oh, I think Woody's just done it for you.
Calamitous filming there, I do apologise. You wouldn't think I'd done this many times before. On the home stretch then, hole 16, 3 holes to go. This one's very daunting off the tee because you've got a very narrow corridor to get it through and like a massive gully in front of you. So I think it's about 150 yard carry to get it into safety. So it's actually not too difficult, but it does play tricks with your mind. You can see Woody's just come up short there, and Fence has ended up on the right hand side. I've hit another dodgy toe driver, and that has gone miles right. You don't have to be a golf pro to know that you're not going to score good points if you can't keep your ball in play off the tee.
Play a B.
Sounded lovely.
Sod's law, second one's brilliant.
Oh, he's outdriven me. He's outdriven an injured man with a broken chest.
It only took 2 attempts, mate.
We were joined by Jack, the photographer, for this hole, and he gave the drive a go as well. He's a good golfer. Woody punching out here with a hybrid and does okay. Fence does have a shot into the green from where he's wound up, just off the path. Potato Cam doesn't give us a great look at it, but that one does come up just short of the green. My second tee shot is prime position, hitting a P-wedge towards the pin. And I don't know why, but this is really short. I must have missed that one. Woody from 136. I'm not sure where he was aimed on this one because he looks miles left. He's caught that one on the heel though and ended up in the rubbish. I tried to salvage this with a 9-iron. And he does just that.
Good shot. Yeah, it's on the green.
Even with Fence's dodgy camera work. Another Fence special here with Potato Cam. I don't know where he thought he was there or why the camera was 500 miles behind him, but there you are. Me with my fifth shot. This is a 60 wedge. Chipping this onto the green. I catch that a little thin. Jack's having a go and showing us how it's done.
Might be nice, might be nice.
Woody greenside, 9-iron. Familiar scenes. He's overcooked this one though. Fence greenside. 50 wedge. His club of choice. He's just not hit that. Woody back with his 9-iron. And he's done a much better job of that one. Nestled it up nice and close. Fence misses his bogey putt. Unfortunately cleans up for another double, and it's 1 point. These scores just aren't going to do us at the moment. That's my sixth shot after losing the tee ball. Woody cleans up for a 7, manages to get a point. I can't clean up for a 7, and yet it's another blob, another 0 point hole for me on this back 9. After 16 holes, Fence is about managing to keep in touching distance of the qualification places. Me and Woody, however, are doing our best impressions of a sinking ship. Let's see if we can salvage something on the last 2 holes. Hole 17 then. As you can see, the rain's starting to come down on us again. This is a tricky hole though. 400 yard par 4. Big bend round to the right, so you've got to get your tee shot in a position to give yourself a look at the green for the second shot, and Fence hits an absolute perfect one. Now I need to pre-warn you here, you're going to see something special from me. This is a man that's about to blow your mind. Straight off the toe. No idea what's going wrong. I'm sure many of you can resonate with this, but I just didn't know what I was doing wrong at this point. And now I've towed a 2-iron. And that might be the best Tracy you'll ever see.
Wow.
The resignation at this point was a hard thing to come to terms with.
I can't hit the golf ball.
But I just couldn't hit the golf ball. I don't know if any of you have ever had this feeling before, but I just didn't know how to hit the ball at this point. Woody progressing his ball nicely. He was 265. His drive wasn't the best one.
Playing out a long grass.
And he didn't like that lie. I'm persevering here wrongly with the 2-iron. I do connect with this one. My stubbornness has finally been rewarded with a shot that actually connected with the golf ball, but it didn't go where I wanted it to. Fence hits a good hybrid from 208. It just leaks a little right though. Woody from 160, again with his hybrid. And that's not bad at all. It won't quite reach the green, but it'll give him a shot into it. I finally got to 138, and I'm hitting an 8-iron. This looked good to begin with, and then just caught the bunker at the side of the green. Back to potato cam, 107 into the green, he's hitting a P wedge. I don't think he catches all of this one though, and it just winds up short of the green.
This is my 4th shot, and you know what? I'm going to hit a sand wedge, which is risky.
He's not a fan of this sand wedge at all. But he's not done too bad with that one, considering. I've seen him play some awful shots with that club, and he's on the front edge of the green there. 6th shot out of the bunker for me, and it's a pretty good one. If I was playing for any kind of score, I'd have been happy with that. Woody's 5th shot is another chip onto the green with his 9-iron. And it's a nice one. Fence trying to do the same thing with his pitching wedge, but just doesn't hit it. You can see it gets caught up on that hill, the undulating green. It does leave him quite a way away. This though is a brilliant putt, and I don't think this clip does it justice because there's quite a lot of undulation on that green and he judges it perfectly. Tidies it up well for a double, another point. I'm staring at another 8, and I'm not saving it with that. So the 7 chance missed, and it's dropped for another quadruple bogey and another 0 points. And it's another familiar sight of Woody just not sinking his putts, and he has to settle for a triple. So we're just trying to finish well now on the 18th. It's a lovely par 3 over this water. Fence hits a good one with his hybrid. We lose it in the horizon a little bit, but it was a good shot. Woody's hitting driver.
Get over.
Shows you where our confidence levels are at the moment, and he's not even managed to clear the water with the driver this time. So it'll be a re-tee for Woody. I'm taking hybrid 2. I've just sort of blocked this out to the right, unfortunately.
By the tree, yeah.
It'll give me a fairly stress-free trip into the green, but it's not a great tee shot.
Might have a bunker to come over, but yeah.
Take 2 for Woody.
That's better, Wood. Yeah.
And that's much better. Carried it easily this time. Jack trying to show off here. It's a great strike, to be fair to him. Just the wrong line.
Had a crack.
Woody with shot 4. Sand wedge. Awesome shot from him there.
Thank you.
I'm trying to nestle this up close with a 50-degree. And that's gone really well. You can't see where that finished up, but it's not far. So Fence trying to do the same. And you know what? It might have taken 18 holes, but we're starting to look like competent golfers. For those of you that didn't know, that's just how Fence reads greens. Not well, but that is how he does it. If one shot could sum up a man's round, that putt has done it for Woody. And I tap in for par, finally. 3 points. It's a good score, but it's not a good overall score. We know we're up against it now. So after day 1, fence is in the mix, only 4 points off the top 6. Me and Woody sadly never really got going on the first day and find ourselves in the bottom half of the pack. The pair of us need to remember how to swing golf clubs before the final round to give ourselves any chance of making the top 6 places. You never know though. If you want to catch the next video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you all in the next one for the start of day 2.